Hey y'all, welcome back to Scobie Farms. Well, it's starting to get a little bit drier out and we're actually able to start hitting the fields a little bit. We're going to go ahead and disc up some of that ground that we're going to go ahead and throw some oats in, but that's the field we hit a little bit earlier and it's starting to look good enough, but we'll avoid the wet spots and get them in. It's starting to get late in the season and we want to go ahead and put this ground to hay, so we're going to run oats this year. We could also go ahead and address the elephant in the room. That is the new to us 4450. This will be our first maiden voyage of doing some disking. We haven't used it yet, but it's a pretty solid tractor. We did a whole maintenance on it this spring and we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. Went ahead and ran a test pass in this first field and that might be a little bit too clumpy for our liking. We'll see what he says, but I think that's a little too wet. Went ahead and jumped over to the next field and this one's working up a lot better. It's nice and crunchy, not too many wet clumps, and we're gonna go ahead and rock this field out. Cousin went ahead and got this field worked up yesterday. It's not too bad. It's a little clumpier than we want to have, especially if we're doing oats and smaller grains and with the drill setup we have. But with the spring we had and how much rain we've had, there's really nothing else we can do. It's either we don't put oats in the ground and it gets weeds on it, or we run the oats and hope they come up fine. So we're gonna go ahead and try to rock it today. We're gonna let it dry it out a little bit more and we're gonna go ahead and hit it with the disc one more time. But besides that, there's not a whole lot we can do. I'm gonna go ahead and fire up the 4450 and run that disc over to the cow barn and see if we can work that small chunk over there. That was pretty wet the other day, so if that's too clumpy to run, I wouldn't be entirely shocked, but we'll go ahead and give it a shot. The cow barn field actually disked up pretty good. It wasn't too bad looking, and this has been drying out pretty good, so maybe we'll actually have a positive turnaround after all this is said and done. But in the meantime, I went ahead and started to work on the drill, so we'll get back to that and get that all set up for planting today. First things first, we noticed the drill is nosed down a little bit, so we're gonna go ahead and pop that hitch out of there and raise it up one of the bolt holes. Went ahead and leveled her out and that looks a whole lot better, but went ahead and took the side panels off and we're gonna go ahead and grease all my chains and go ahead and look for any grease zerks we got to hit, and she'll be ready to roll. We also got to go ahead and run to town really quick because one of these is missing a bolt. There it is. That one just free rides. So we're going to go ahead and get a bolt in that and call her good. It's almost lunchtime, so I wouldn't mind some lunch either. Went ahead and got back from lunch and started doing a couple passes disking on the field we hit yesterday, and it's working the ground pretty good. It's fluffing it right up, and we'll be able to easily drill some oats into this later today and give it a couple hours and we'll go ahead and hit it. Went ahead and got that field disked up, and we're going to go ahead and move over to the cow barn and hope that dried out all right, and then we'll be able to get oats on everything, which will kind of be a blessing because just earlier this week we had standing water and everything. We went ahead and put in a quick piece of CRP in for the neighbor, but we're going to go ahead and get started with the field by the cow barn. It's just a little bit of chunk that we want to put to oats. We'll enjoy putting oats in first before we do a hay field, just because it gets it in that right rotation and it makes a pretty good seed bed. But my cousin should be here any minute with the seed, and we'll go ahead and get loaded up and get this field planted. My cousin showed me a video of a guy on YouTube using chains to mark for these drills, and it seems to work pretty good actually. You can get a pretty good line on it. Went ahead and got done with that field over there by the cow pasture. That one went out right. It's a little bit crumblier and bumpier than we would like, but I mean, for the sucky spring we've had and trying to get oats in the ground, I guess it's the best we can do. It's starting to get pretty dark on us though, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Good thing that tractor's got good lights, but it's definitely getting a lot darker than we thought. They're in there about an inch and a half too, which isn't too bad. Go ahead and give them a pat and they'll come up pretty good. It didn't end up being too bad of a finished job, but we wish we could have done a little bit better. We went ahead and got the rest of the oats done that night. It got pretty late on us, so I didn't do a whole lot of recording, but besides that, it went pretty good. The ground stayed pretty wet and had some moisture in it, so the oats should grow just fine. But thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and hope you guys enjoyed the video.